living in Kaufmany. You know, I just heard someone cough and I was like, I'm not even going to say German, I'm going to say Kaufmany, man. Oh, is it, wait, it's coronavirus. What is that? Someone's got like a motorbike going on in the background.
Ah, that's me. I'm going to move. That's outside my balcony window.
No
okay, now I'm inside.
Right,
okay, cool.
How you got, actually, I didn't even like.
Sounded like aliens landing and shit.
It did sound a bit.
No, I have, what do you call it? A Schnellstraße outside my window, but not right directly outside my window. There's like the garden and down and a beautiful view, but you hear the motorbikes on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But it kind of doesn't bother me. Coming from London, I like to have noise.
Yeah. I just actually rode. I just did a 30-kilometer bike ride actually. So.
I couldn't live in the country. It's just too quiet for me. I'd like it for 2 or 3 days, but it's just too quiet.
But where you live is kind of the country, though. Come on, compare it to like London and.
Yeah, definitely. But there's noise, and I can see lots of lights, and I can go down the road, and there's stuff there. You know, it's not like living near cows or anything.
Okay. So yeah, welcome to Living in Germany. We got our man Butch Williams, the legend.
Hey, what's up?
The living legend, and then we got Queen Liz.
Hi.
And hopefully we'll be joined by Black Bond, Mr. Bond later. We'll see, man. These guys.
Well, there's no football, is there?
It's just finished, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You might be celebrating something Champions League. I don't know.
You can see how much I know about football. Okay, hopefully he'll be there.
Actually, I'm thinking it's really sad because, so I was just talking about football a second. My team didn't make any European football this year.
Oh.
We're now in the final of a cup against Black Bond's team. So if they win that, they make it into Europe. But if they don't win it, they don't make it into anything.
Okay.
So
you're a bit sad.
No, I don't care. I'm done with football, man. I'm too old for that stuff now. I've got 3 kids, man.
Yeah, you say that shit now, but if they were good enough to win, you'd be talking all kinds of shit.
Why is Butch gonna expose me? Why are you gonna expose me, Butch?
You're one of those fair weather fans, dude.
It's not even that. It's just I don't like. I was the kind of fan. I think I explained it before. I was the kind of fan who wouldn't make any plans on Sunday if my team was playing. You know, I'd miss the best day of the year, the best festivals or something, just because I'd be like, nah, man, my team's playing, and that's what I want to kind of not do anymore. Especially when you got kids, because you miss out on that anyway being at work. Yeah, you miss out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fair enough.
Football can go in the back burner for a while, a couple of years, until they get good again. So yeah, my topic was today, bizarre Germany, and I think you guys are a little bit discombobulated because you don't really know what I'm trying to.
I know what you mean. Things that are very strange here that definitely we don't have in England, for example.
Yeah, for example, I can start. Like I found like, for example, the openness to sex. Really crazy. Like they got these huge erotic shops. I think one in Koblenz is like this strawberry
mouth.
Yeah, strawberry mouth shop. Yeah, it's a really huge. And I'm like, what the hell? And you got like on every not in every corner, but you see them just sitting there. And also the fact that they have like puffs, like puff. It's like brothel.
Brothels, yeah.
Brothels, yeah. But the kind of like you wouldn't really know they're brothels. The kind of like
normal looking houses.
Yeah, the only reason you can tell it's a brothel is because the lights are red, like the typical light sort of thing. So you kind of like you walk past and you see like a love heart or something and
then you think you'd never see that in England. I'm sure you wouldn't.
Definitely not.
Yeah, in England is a lot like America in the fact that they keep sex where it belongs, hidden.
It's kind of reserved, it's more reserved.
But I've never really understood that though. You know, it's like.
But I have to tell you something, man. The people with that have the societies where it's really repressed, like ours, are the places where you have the most incidents of bizarre shit going on. You know where you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a lot of serial rapists and shit like that that are going around in America, you know, and that's because these people are not allowed to
express themselves
openly to openly be sexual, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if something's forbidden, it's more interesting.
Yeah.
I always
Basically.
found that's the case in England, isn't it? It's kind of like you wouldn't really like they'll cover up like the magazines. You'll see what do you call them, the nuddy magazines or something like that.
The what magazines? The
Nuddy.
Playgirl and Playboy.
Yeah, the Playboy magazines, for example. You used to have a funny word for it. I can't remember what it was. And
Well, that's one of the things that I just mentioned the topic with Nicole, and she said, well, you know, is where you go, like in America, for example.
Yeah.
The sexual magazines are like the ones that are on display. You can read the title, but you can't see the pictures.
Yeah, they cover same in England. They cover the titles, and
it's top shelf definitely.
Exactly, top shelf. Yeah.
You know, but she said she also, which is true, like you can be standing at the checkout line, and then you see the build site on with some tits hanging out, you know, right there where your kids can see them.
Well, at least in England, they're on page 3 of The Sun, which is a really shitty newspaper, but it's always on page 3. It's not on the front page.
Yeah.
But what was quite strange with my daughter, she was quite young, say 5 or 6, and there's a brothel basically in the next street to us. Mm. And she said, "Oh, Mum, it's really cute. They have Christmas lights all year round." She was only 6, and I was just like stuck, like, what do I say?
Well, it is kind of Christmas but the presents are just for the guys.
Very good, Butch. But she kind of wanted why are there Christmas lights there? Yeah, I kind of got around it by not answering it somehow.
Well, you know, it's I don't consider that to be that bizarre, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, and it's been my experience that even though the British people are so fucking proper, and everything is quite shocking for a society where everything is shocking. You guys are really fucking filthy.
Oh, come on, are we?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, what you mean, like all the stuff that's been uncovered about MPs or people in children's television and stuff like that?
No, well, that too, but I'm talking about just conversations with women that I work with who are just
super open.
The only thing they want to talk about is sex.
You know? Okay.
That's the remnants of being a repressed or oppressed society, isn't it? It's like Japan. When you go to Japan, you see the most kinkiest things. Because not allowed to do nothing. You're like, what's going on here? You know, they always have these the anime, the anime cartoons.
Yeah, anime.
Putting like a guy raping a chick, for example. Excuse me. So, and that's because their society, they would never do that in Japan. I mean, I'm sure some.
No, it's because it's like repressed and everything.
Yeah, but all their desires and fantasies are in the magazines or on the big screen, or So, I also find. This car culture,
yeah, that's a weird one.
That's weird because, like in England, I'm pretty sure. Do we have it in England at all?
No. Well, actually, yeah.
Maybe
we have
do.
Naturists.
Yeah.
And I lived in Brighton, and they had the gay nude beach. Mm. They said the gay nude beach because gays basically went there, but you could be non-gay and go there as well. But it was a sectioned off area to be naked.
Well,
I ain't going there.
No, but what I find is the whole sauna thing was bizarre, because I'm very used to keeping my clothes on being British, and I don't mean going into a sauna with fully dressed, but I went to this kind of wellness.
Yeah.
And I was in the whirlpool, and I only had the bikini bottoms on, and the guy came over and said to me, he basically said, could you take your bikini bottoms off? You have to be naked. And I'm like,
no. Bloody well not.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I didn't mind being topless. But, and he's like, yeah, well, somebody's made a complaint that you're not naked.
What the? Look, that's bizarre. That is bizarre, man.
totally British on them, freaked out. This was the first year I was here. My husband came back down and I said, I want my money back. The guys are telling me I have to be naked, and we got our money back.
Yeah.
But I was just found that so strange, and somebody had made a complaint that I wasn't naked.
There's some Italian mother effers get there.
No.
And then
that whole sauna thing is very strange for me, even now.
That's weird.
Now that is weird.
Don't you go to the sauna, Butch? You never been in the sauna here?
I'm sorry.
Have you never been to a sauna, like a thermal bath? Or...
Well, I've been to a sauna. Yeah, sure. You mean where the people are nude?
Yeah, everyone's there's no option to wear clothes in the sauna.
No, you have to be naked.
I have trouble in there, especially when some of the girls are hot. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta sit here now.
I've been to a sauna where people are nude, but but it's always been an option to whether or not you want to be nude or not.
Okay.
Now you see here where we've been, where I've been, is definitely not an option to wear clothes.
Yeah, here you're not allowed to wear clothes in the sauna.
No.
I feel naked.
I've been to saunas where they have nights where it's nude.
Okay.
And then they have different nights that it's not nude. They have, you know what I mean? It's like if you go on, say for instance, if you go on Thursday night, you know it's nude. Everybody in there is nude.
Oh, that sounds like okay, because you've got options then.
And then you have nights where it's only females. Then you have nights where it's only males. You know.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm only gonna go when it's a female night, all female night.
I think you can't do that way.
I go to the male night.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to amend your
sausage
body.
fest. I'm not going to a sausage fest.
But somebody said to me, "Oh, it's for hygiene reasons that you don't wear your bikini bottoms, for instance." And I'm like, but I'm going to sit on a bench where someone else's bits and pieces have been naked.
Yeah.
That's less hygienic. Okay, even if I don't think they even like you taking your towel inside.
Mm.
You know, so for me, that's more unhygienic.
Yeah. I just think if you want to be naked, be naked. If you don't want to be naked, don't be naked. You know, in America, they have like nudist beaches, but these are private beaches, and you also have like campgrounds and things like that where naturalists go.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I think we have that in England probably.
Yeah, you know, but the FKK thing, that all started in East Germany.
Yeah, why is it in East Germany predominant?
They're meant to be freaky, man. I heard the East German.
Because they didn't have anything else.
They didn't have any other freedoms.
That's right.
So they decided to have that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
I need to get myself an East German girl, man. That's the promised land. Now people already told me that, you know, like, you need to get an East German girl, man, if you want to have fun. Yeah, that's what I was like, really?
No, they're kind of weird in their head. I had an East German girlfriend. I had an East German girlfriend, and she was just strange.
Well,
I don't know.
I think East Germans are strange as well.
Yeah. I think all in general they're kind of weird folk.
Well, it's the main thing. I mean, but I've got neighbors here that are pretty cool, you know. But they've been. I mean, the East German mentality of people that are maintaining, that are holding on to their East German
roots.
Yeah.
I think those people are just fucking weird because the East Germany it's like what, 30 years?
Yes, it's 80s, wasn't it? 87, 89? Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So people that hold on to that mentality, that bizarre behavior that came from the East, man, it's time for them to integrate.
It doesn't work, no. Has anybody seen the movie Goodbye Lenin?
No.
I couldn't watch it.
Why?
Because.
Okay.
After a while, it just kind of got depressing.
Yeah, okay. I just found it kind of comical in the sense of the woman They just didn't want to tell the mother
Yep.
that the wall had come down. But I found it more comical than depressing.
Is it a documentary?
Well,
it's tragic comedy.
Most comedy, though, comes from a pretty dark place.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? It's like you laugh to keep from crying and shit.
No, I was laughing at them going through the rubbish trying to find the pickle jars.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like the efforts they went to hide the fact that the wall had come down. It's a long, I mean, I've still got the movie, but anyway, I found it entertaining.
Maybe I should just give it another chance.
Yeah, maybe that's the best thing. Maybe I'm going to try and watch it now.
And also at the time, my understanding of German wasn't the best.
Okay.
And it was difficult for me to watch.
Yeah, 'cause it's only in German, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got it on video, so I'd have to even buy a video player to watch it again. or stream it or somehow now.
But I'm going to tell you, the weirdest thing, or the most bizarre thing that I find in Germany is the fact that, okay, where I come from, if you make eye contact with somebody, even if you don't know them, it's considered rude if you don't say hello.
Where you come from, where you're living in Germany, or where you come from in America?
Where I come from in America.
Okay, so if you don't say hello to someone,
if you're walking down the street and you pass somebody, you greet them, especially if you make eye contact.
Yeah.
A stranger.
And it's considered rude if you don't. Well, here, somebody stare you right in the face. You say hello to them, and they
duck you.
Keep right on stepping.
Yeah.
Even look the other way, demonstratively ignore you.
Yeah, and I think that's awful. Really, I think that's awful and tragic. The Germans are like that because, like, how many people they'll stare me down, look at me like I'm a piece of fruit, and I'll be like, hi, and they'll just be like, turn away and walk off, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I get. I mean, the neighbours or the neighbours of the neighbours, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyone in our road, that's okay. But people if I went shopping and all that, then they wouldn't say hello to me.
Oh.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you look me in the eye, and I say hello to you, and then you look the other way,
that's rude.
You're gonna get a well, fuck you then.
Yeah. No, that's rude. I mean, if someone said hello to me, it's getting harder because we're all wearing masks.
Yeah, at the moment,
Seriously, some people say hello to me, and I'm like, who are you? And then I realise I do actually know them, but that's on a different level.
I think it's also the same as if you hold the door open. And if you hold the door open for someone in Germany, a lot of the times they won't even say thanks. It's like,
that's a real thing, isn't it? In England, I was totally brought up to say thank you and please. Please and thank you.
That's something that they don't seem to have here in Germany. The people don't have common courtesy. They don't have that, this common, they don't even have common sense if you think about it.
And something else that, when you when you're in a 30 zone or when you're in a road where cars are parked,
Yeah.
And you have to stop so the other car can pass.
Yeah, right for left.
Yeah.
No,
not so much right for left. When there's cars parked on both sides and you both got to get through, so one of you stops.
Yeah.
And if I said thank you, or sometimes they don't say thank you to me, and I think, God, I stopped for you, because someone else said, they don't have to say thank you because it's part of the driving law.
Part of the rules, and but still,
I still feel I should say thank you when someone stops.
Yeah, me too.
That's just the British in me.
Well, so do I.
Americans tend to be quite polite people, though, even though they're a little bit crazy. I think the Americans are more polite than probably most people, actually, in a way. They're just
friendly, definitely.
Definitely friendly. They're always helpful and stuff. When I was in America, I had only good experiences.
Me too.
They've had too many mix-ups with the police, fortunately, but apart from that, the people were great.
No, I had people stop us when we were obviously looking for somewhere, and they said, "Hey, can we help you?" And helped us basically, which I thought was really great.
Yeah.
So, but what I find the most bizarre thing that I found when I first got here aside from other things that we've talked about, like traffic lights and things,
Yeah.
was the school cones that the children have. First day of school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
I've
called.
got that coming up actually, so I
You
don't
got
know.
that coming up. Yeah.
Schultüte.
Schultüte.
Oh yeah. My wife's
And
always
it's
telling me I
all-
should make that. For
Yeah, it's always bigger than the child. I remember putting so much stuff in it, my son couldn't carry it. It's like, God, what am I doing here? And spending 2 afternoons in kindergarten making it and then finishing it at home. It was just such a big thing.
Yep.
It's not something you have in America, Butch?
Oh, hell no.
What do you do in America on the first school day?
First school day,
Send the kids.
Just send them.
the kids, no, the first school day, you take the kids to school
Okay.
and you introduce them to the teacher, and
Okay.
then you get the fuck out.
Okay, so later, would there be anything celebrating? Would there be a kind of little tea party, or let's have a special dinner?
You get home, and then you celebrate the fact that the kids are not underfoot.
Okay. Okay, so the parents are celebrating.
Yeah,
Finally. Okay.
You get butt naked and make sweet hot sloppy on the couch or some shit like that.
And make another kid.
But do they have any special present, or all the books provided? Or obviously they have things like new pens and pencils and school bag. I mean, that's just normal stuff, though, isn't it?
First day of school, usually the kids go to school, and then they come home with a list of what's going to be required for that school year.
Okay.
Sometimes the list goes out to the people in the school district.
Okay.
But generally speaking, the first day of school is only a big deal in kindergarten. And
Right.
in kindergarten, you see, it's different than here because kids go to kindergarten like 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
But in America, kindergarten, you go when you're 5 years old.
Yeah, it's like England, isn't it?
That's so
I don't
different,
remember
isn't
going. Isn't it
So
like-
that's like preschool?
No,
Okay.
preschool is when you're 4.
Wow. Okay, so before
And most
kindergarten.
preschools are private.
Right, okay.
Kindergarten, when you're 5, is where you go to school, you learn your colors, you learn things like that.
Okay.
You learn some songs, and you learn how to. What they basically are doing is indoctrinating you into following instructions from the teacher, and
Yeah. And
you know,
socializing.
basically. So
Okay.
that when you're 6 and you're in proper school, first
Yeah.
grade, then you already know how to sit down and listen to the teacher.
Okay, that makes sense.
But here in Germany, kindergarten starts when you're like 2.5, 3 years old.
Yeah. My daughter went with 2.5, my son with 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they still go to school fairly late compared to England. I went to school, I was just 5 when I went to school. And that's pretty young.
You know what I also find weird with school?
Yeah,
the start
which is
times.
normal.
The start times of schools in Germany is crazy, man.
Oh.
My daughter, when she started, she'll be going to school at 7:30 in the morning. I was like, man, we was at 9 o'clock.
We had to be in school at, say, 10 to 9, I think.
Yeah.
Till 3:45.
Yeah.
And then when I first came to Germany, I was shocked that they wanted the first class children to walk to school on their own, definitely in the second class, because apparently that makes them more independent. I'm like, forget it. I'm taking my kid to school every day. I'm picking that child up every day. I'm not letting him walk home on his own. And also back then it was half-day school.
Okay.
Like they finished at 1.
It would just start at 7. It would start at 7.
No, they started at 8, which I think is just stupidly early.
I mean, 8 till 1 is not too bad, man. I think 8 till... I actually went to school once where I started at like 8:30 till 4 or something. I was like, man, what's with this school, man? I had to leave that school fast. I was like, I ain't staying here.
Anything before 9. You wait till she's going to school and it's dark in the winter. It's horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yep.
And then you
That's some
have
bullshit.
these big, massive school runs, and I think they call these big backpacks.
School
that they have.
ransom,
And,
yeah.
and it's like, it's actually, I think you have to buy this for your kids. You have to
Yeah,
buy
because
them a
it's
stupid bag.
good for their back. It's good for their back.
Yeah,
It's
which
all-
costs a fortune.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, at least they look a bit more modern now. Like when my kid had one, it was like a square box on his back. But now they've got more of a shape and a lot more choices. But you're still talking about €100 by the time you've got a decent.
Yeah, I think. Well, my
That's
daughter,
if you're lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say my daughter got one, and all of describe it as a small holiday. That was the same price. It was the price of a small holiday. I was like,
Really? Oh
I
wow!
was like, I bought a second-hand one, man. I would have found one in the dumpster.
No, you can't do that. But it will last to the 4 years.
But the thing is, I heard that the kids don't even want it after the first year or something because all the other kids get another bag.
No. I would say no. This is 4 years worth because it will last 4 years. It won't.
I think one of the weirdest things is about school is that it depends on which state you're in. The curriculum, you have different times and dates, different holidays.
Yeah,
The holidays make sense.
I'm sorry.
The holidays make sense. Different holiday dates.
I had to stagger it, so it's the traffic in it.
Yeah, it's to do with traffic.
What do you mean, traffic?
If the whole of Germany went on holiday, say the 1st of July,
yeah,
all the autobahns and airports would be busy.
Mm.
So they stagger it. So like every 2 weeks, that one state will go on holiday.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
good.
that's the reason.
So like England,
we only in America you get national holidays. There's no such thing as a local holiday. You know, so
the whole of America would have summer holidays.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
At the same time.
Pretty much.
Well, that must be hell on the roads out there. And then you've got.
Well, it's hell on the roads anyway. Now, that being said, it's probably. I'm talking like the major holidays. I'm talking like Thanksgiving, the 4th of July, things like that. Christmas and all that shit it's always the same for everybody.
Well, that would be here as well. Easter, Christmas.
Well, I mean, they like Pfingsten and shit like that. They don't have that here in Hessen.
Ah, that's true. When my husband worked in Hessen.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
When my husband. Yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
No, sorry. My husband worked in Hessen, and he could never celebrate Carnival Tuesday with us in Rhineland-Pfalz.
Yeah. Because
he had to go back to work. Yeah. So there was always like, oh shit, because we always had a big carnival party. So there are differences. And then if we were our friends in Darmstadt, if we wanted to see them, we'd have to go, okay, when do your school holidays start? And kind of, make sure that we didn't overlap or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my son in Baden-Württemberg, in Stuttgart, he had Pfingsten, right? Okay. And he was out of school for over a week. But here in Hessen, my girlfriend's son, he got Pfingstmontag off. Yeah. And then he had to go to school. He had to go back to school on Tuesday. Yeah. My son was here visiting, and he was and Jan Lucas still had to go to school every day.
It's kind of weird how they changed the length of the holiday for one day.
Yep.
Yeah, that is bizarre, man.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's like Halloween here, then we have the 1st of November always free, always, it doesn't matter what day it is. I mean, obviously, if it falls on a Sunday, that's shit for the kids.
What I find to be really strange is like 20 years ago, Halloween didn't exist in Germany.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
And neither did Valentine's Day.
That's true. It's all become commercialized here.
Yeah. All of that shit is coming straight from America, you know?
Yeah.
Halloween, well, okay, you guys commercialized it, but it's Irish.
I don't give a shit.
He's Irish.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. But I remember my German friend with their
the Irish made it, but we made it better.
Yeah, whatever.
Like English language.
Kind of like pasta and the Italians, you know.
Yeah.
The Chinese invented it, but the Italians made it theirs.
They made it better, yeah, okay. But I remember explaining it all to my German friends because we had a Halloween party and the kids were like 2 and 3. And they loved it, but we had to put little notices in the neighbours' doors explaining that we'd be coming around. And if possible, if they were interested, could they leave some sweets outside? And it was quite nice because people started decorating their houses outside by leaving lanterns. So it worked really well and it got more and more commercialised. But it's us not knowing St. Martin's.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know that either, man. I don't know that. I still don't know it. I don't want to know it. I just know that my kids walk around singing St. Martin, St. Martin. Who that's St. Martin? Who's that guy?
But they have a bonfire at the end and that's like
Halloween.
Yeah. But then I missed November the 5th because obviously it doesn't apply to Germany, bonfire night.
Guy Fawkes, innit?
Yeah, and I missed that, and I'm like, oh, that was so cool in England.
Yeah.
Well, you can build a fucking bonfire anytime you want.
They do try to
you can't like your neighbor piss you off.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just celebrating. Just say no. I'm celebrating some English tradition. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Another thing that I think is really strange over here is that the German concept of personal space just doesn't exist.
Okay, what experiences have you had?
Well, I'm talking like if I'm standing, say for instance, in the shopping center, and I'm looking at something, trying to decide what I want or what, and somebody will see that little area that's big enough for one person between me and whatever I'm looking at, and he'll just come and stand right in front of me. Like, yeah,
wow.
You know?
I can't think.
And sometimes just when I see people standing and they're having a conversation with each other, right? There's just not that space that's between them, you know?
You're talking pre-corona.
Yeah. Well, I'm also talking about how somebody will come and they'll just reach. I'm standing there at, let's say, at the meat counter or whatever, and I've got the cooler open, and somebody will just come and just reach right in front of me.
Well, that's rude. Yeah.
Sometimes they push some of the older people push in front of you, and if you're in the queue or in the line, they'll just push in front of you. Like, hold on a minute, what the?
Yeah. There's no explanation.
I'm gonna take somebody out right now.
Definitely. I mean, if I wanted to get something and someone was like just going to stand there for 5 minutes, at that point I would say, "Oh, excuse me, please." Blah blah.
Well, that's my point. You say, "Excuse me." You don't just fucking
put your arm in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can be rude, and they don't queue for buses.
Hey, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, and my first experience was they don't queue for buses.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, they also don't queue when the gate opens up at a flight. You know, it's one of the things. It's like they mob. They everybody just pushes to the front. It's like
the mentality.
The fuck up.
Yeah, the mentality is that plane actually going to take off earlier because you got on it first?
Yeah, no. I always wait till the very end because I look at the idiots all standing there and wasting their energy. And
I can sit down for another 10 minutes until then I'll go.
Smart way to travel. You're here first.
No, back in the day when you, like, if you were flying on, say for instance, Ryanair, German Wings, shit like that. Back in the day, there were no reserved seats.
No, that's true. And no priority seating.
Exactly. And so people would push to the front. And so and there were too many incidents of people getting bitch slapped. So,
But it's true, because I just can't believe that they even think it's going to make everything go faster.
You know, yeah, and so then they started assigning seats, your seat numbers on your ticket, you know. But people still push the front.
Yeah.
And then they started saying you have to go from the back or the front and blah, but they still pushed, didn't they?
Yep. And now they do boarding groups. You got your A, B, C, D on your ticket.
Yeah.
You know, and now they especially like British Airways, they say if you're in group 1 or group 2 or group 3 or group 4, you know, now we're boarding group 1, which is normally priority boarding.
Yeah, I think it's just this German thing. They just can't get it together. See, they're organized in many other things, but not something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, back the fuck up. I'm standing here.
Yeah. It's rude.
Well, nobody's more rude than I am, you know, but it's no, really, listen.
That's true. It's okay.
I really don't mind a lot of things, but if you fucking bump me or if you push me or whatever, hey,
you can let someone know.
in a fucking hurry. In a hurry. I was on my way to London, and I was on the escalator, and this guy, I was about to get onto the escalator, and this guy decided he was going to get up there in front of me, and he rolls his suitcase over my foot.
No way.
I said, dude, you just rolled your suitcase over my foot. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? And then he said, hey, don't worry about it, boy. And I grabbed his suitcase and I threw it down the fucking escalator. And I said, you're right. I'm not worried about it. And then he said, I'm gonna call the police. I said, yeah, call the police. You know, and I just went on about my business. You know.
Yeah. No, you had a right to do that. That's crazy.
I saw the guy again.
Yeah. No, I just grabbed his fucking suitcase and I threw it back down the fucking escalator. You know?
Has anybody ever been on a Polterabend?
Polterabend, yeah. It's like the night before you're gonna get married. Yeah. They have
the week before even or whatever.
Yeah, it's like they have a dinner. They have a dinner at the house of the father of the bride, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that way around, or they get together somewhere.
Yeah, and then they smash plates on the ground.
Now, isn't that the Greek culture?
Yeah, that's Greek, because they do that in Greece as well. But it's a thing to bring luck, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
all I know is,
man. I don't know. I can see you smashing a plate on the ground, and somebody gets a glass shard in their eye.
It's a lot of luck, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's not luck for the motherfucker with broken glass in his eye.
But apparently the shards bring luck, which I really have got no connection to that. I mean, in England, we just go out and get hammered.
Yeah.
Before you get
married.
I
mean, in England, you don't need an excuse to go out and get hammered.
No, true.
I mean, I swear, I have never seen. Well, I mean, the young German dudes do it. You know, they get shit faced, but it's like the national pastime of England. People just for no fucking reason, you know. And it's Scotland too. One time I was in London. Mm-hmm. And it's a 45-minute flight from London to Glasgow, right? And this guy's sitting next to me, and on this 45-minute flight, he slammed 4 beers.
That's crazy. That's the whole thing. The mentality is not just a man thing either. The girls do it as well. Not necessarily beers, but they can really drink. And it's not pleasant.
Shit, it was crazy. I was I had to close my the window in my hotel. I mean, I was staying in this old hotel in Glasgow, and it was the client put us in a fucking cheap hotel, and my air conditioner wasn't working in my room, so I had the window open.
Okay.
And there was so much hell raising out on the street, man. People getting drunk and just
shouting.
And it just didn't stop, you know? So
I think as well, the difference in the mentality here, it's not a bizarre difference, but you have to get used to it when you first get here. The bars are open much, much longer. Yeah. And I think English people go, oh my God, we have to get the last drink in before, 10:30?
11, I think.
11, latest they close. And then that's why English people drink so much from the minute they walk in the door. They have to get as much alcohol in them as possible. But when you're here and you kind of go out at 10 o'clock, first of all, that was really weird.
I was going at 1 o'clock most of the times.
Yeah, to be able to start going out a lot later, because we'd come home from work and you'd have to rush and get ready and everything to be in the pub to say 8.
Okay.
But I think that's fucking ridiculous, you know. But in America, you've got this happy hour shit, you know.
Okay, and is that early evening? Like
happy hour is like happy hour is from 4 o'clock till usually from 4 o'clock to like 8 o'clock.
That's really early.
Where drinks are 2 for $1.
Yeah,
you know, and there's usually like a free buffet to go with happy hour drinks, you know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's like usually it's cheap food, shit food, like build your own tacos and whatever.
Yeah, but it's something, isn't it? I mean, we just get peanuts in England that have got what is it?
Salt.
Somebody said 15 different types of pee on them because everybody that goes to the bathroom that doesn't wash their hands and then dips their hands into the peanut dish.
That is so fucked up, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
One time I was now this is a British dude. Now I was at a place called the Canapé in Trossingen in the Black Forest, and and I went to the toilet and it smelled like somebody had exploded a shit bomb in there, right? And I'm standing. I take a piss and then I wash my hands, right?
Yeah.
And then I see the band leader, the piano player. He comes out of the stall, right?
Oh God.
And he goes to stand at the sink, and I'm thinking he's getting ready to wash his hands, but instead of washing his hands, he checks his hair.
Oh no!
And then he walked right out.
Oh my God!
And he's playing the piano, right? And I sing a song, and he tries to give me a high five. I said, "No, man,
forget it."
I'm good.
I said, "Fuck no, man! You took that nasty dump in the bathroom, and you didn't wash your fucking hands, and now you're trying to give me a high five." He goes, and you know what his response was? Yeah, my girl tells me I need to work on that.
At least it's cool as hell.
Oh, that's so gross. And yeah, that's why I never eat peanuts in England on the bar.
Hey, I read they were talking about these peanuts at the bar, and they did an analysis on a bowl of peanuts, and there were 28 different DNA strains with urine. And then they had feces and sperm and all kinds of shit on these peanuts.
Spam.
Yeah.
That was so gross.
How do you spell on a pack of peanuts?
Not a packet. It was in a dish.
In a dish. How do you
normally there's a bowl of peanuts on the bar. Peanuts, pretzels, whatever.
Well, have you eaten that? Have you eaten that stuff?
No, man, I don't. First of all, I don't fucking drink, so you would never see me.
So Wayne, what we're saying is, if you go to a pub back home and there's anything free on the bar to eat, don't eat it.
Oh my God, no, man. You know what? I'm ending the show, man. I'm gonna be sick.
Dude, that's why in a lot of these hotels now, if you see peanuts or whatever these snacks on the bar, there's a spoon sitting in the bowl because you're not allowed to put your fucking hands in the bowl.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Because there's a lot of people who don't fucking wash their hands.
Yeah, even before Corona.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. How did we get onto that one? Oh, the drinking, wasn't it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nasty, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, when I go to a public restroom, right, I would say fully 75% of the people coming out of there do not wash their fucking hands.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's bizarre.
I've seen more people washing their hands now because of Corona, I have to say. But I'm still like in this whole thing, I open the door with my elbow if possible because, you know, it's like not getting paranoid, but let's try not to touch too many things.
I'm gonna wear gloves.
Hey, there was this guy. He was I forget. He like in airports and train stations and things like that. He was taking these swabs off of the handrail when you're walking upstairs or the escalator or the when you push a button to go up an elevator.
Yeah.
You know, doorknobs, shit like that.
Everything.
He said he's found hepatitis, all kinds of shit. You know, just different germs and bacteria and hundreds of different strains of DNA.
I think people don't think, they think, oh yeah, toilets are dirty, but all the things are dirty, aren't they?
Yeah. Even when you turn on the water to wash your hands, you wash your hands, then you turn the thing off.
You've got germs again.
Exactly.
Yeah. You need those nice modern ones that you just put your hand underneath and the water starts running.
The ones with the electric eye.
Yeah.
You break. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous if you're touching it, and that's why that's one of the reasons why I love Terminal 5 at Heathrow. You don't have to touch shit.
Okay, I've not been there for a million years.
You know, you got the when you walk into the, first of all, there's no door. You know, you've got and there's a door on the stall if you're going to take a dump. You know, but you can. But they've also got hand sanitizer and all that shit. They've been doing that in England for a long time.
That's good.
Hand sanitizer, and but that was, I mean, they've been doing that for years, even before there was Corona. They don't have paper towels. You got these Dyson hair dryers.
Dryers. Put your hands in,
yeah. But the Dyson air blades, shit like that. You know, it's I liked it. I really like it. And then after right next to the hand sanitizer, you've got the little lotion dispenser because the sanitizer dries out your hand. And then
so they're really sophisticated then.
Yeah.
Sounds
absolutely.
Good. Did anyone find it bizarre that you had 2 bed covers here?
Oh, that's weird too, man. That you sleep in separate beds, under separate duvets.
And the pillows were different.
Can't take that, man. Can't take that at all. Oh, that's why I had to order. The first thing I did, I ordered the double 2 by 2 meter.
I've got a double one for the winter, and then 2 singles. Okay, but I'm not sleeping with anyone. I'm sleeping with the cat.
Well, I like the really heavy shit that you have in the wintertime because you cover up with that thing. And then if you have a thin blanket, right? It doesn't store the heat that your body's generating.
Mm.
You know, I thought, man, when I first got here, I thought, man, this is a heavy fucking blanket. It's like having a mattress on top of you. You know what I mean? But then you start to realize, hey, man, this shit's really warm. You know, you can almost sleep with the fucking window open when it's 20 degrees below zero outside.
Because the blanket's so warm, yeah.
And you're nice and toasty, you know, and you get that fresh air of the and you sleep better.
True.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just two single things I didn't like. I was like, it's really antisocial. But
the two single things I don't like because, you know, I like to have access to whoever's next to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? There's
Yeah.
advantages in the summer though, because then you can like hang your leg out and you can be like, yeah, I'm really hot or whatever, and just, you know, change it around a bit. But no, it's just odd for us, I think, as British people, not having a double.
I think. Oh, it's already that time, huh?
Yeah, I think because I gotta do another podcast, man. Like 10 minutes, no rest for the kid. No rest.
Okay.
But we'll say we can continue next week.
Out of us.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, excuse the hell out of us. I guess this is like the preliminary bout before the main event.
Yeah, this is like my main podcast. I'm actually just helping somebody else in their podcast, so it's one of those ones, isn't it? Gotta start on a promise. All right, man. Guys, let's catch up next week, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.